unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, Cook. And an alley to run. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. There to make the tackle, Samson Ebukam.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep, Jalen Richard. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. First carry here for Todd Gurley. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
76, 76.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to take another shot here. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he puts it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And now out comes Minnesota. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find the matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. To work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
After the run, Goff going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. It's just going to be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Blitz, 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 blitz. Yeah, baby. Boom.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
No gain that time, but it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Yeah, that's what I do. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Back to throw here. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Tiger, Tiger.
From the gun, here's Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Gurley looking for a repeat of his 2017 performance. He's off to a good start as the Rams come up 1st and 10. Now Goff on 1st down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Goff. And his throw here's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Goff now looks to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On the ground, it's Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And that is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Left side caught by Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Leopard!
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ryan Graham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And it's 17-7. Forbath out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big run there by Gurley. 48 yards on the ground. So Gurley gashes the defense, and a lot of people say, do you take running backs early first round? Do you want them that high? Surely you're happy you took Todd Gurley that early.
Without a doubt, Dr. Seuss. I love the way that got done by you, but even better, it's fun to watch Todd Gurley run the football. He is electrifying.
I want you to know that I did not mean to do that, by the way. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go, guys. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now Goff. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in this.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. To throw on 2nd down is Goff. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Rashad Breeland there defensively and able to knock that one down to the ground. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Diggs. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Zerline's kick is good. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Forbath out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Goff off the bootleg, rolling to his right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. The 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Zerline now for the PAT. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, boys, got four down.
On play action, they'll throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. 4 down.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll drop to throw. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Aaron Donald. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14.
Hey. Over. Hey, alert 3. Deuce. Watch him now, Barney.
He'll drop to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Goff on first down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Throwing again is gone. And avoids the contact by sliding. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 34. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And now out comes Minnesota. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They run it again with Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. first down. Here's the run with Cook. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Here we go now. Please.
They'll set up a throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. And Ndamukong Suh able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, you know, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll make it 3rd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Running over the middle by Grant. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now back to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he gets it down to the 32. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3. And this is going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Rams on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Super one. 14.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Play was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Whoa!
Throwing now, gone. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin able to drop him for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. The Rams on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, gone. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at the 33. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. He won't go down. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just called the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll look to throw here. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. But, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL.